To hit it twice.
Okay, there we are. Showtime. Hey, hello, Roman Biscotti. Welcome, Jane.
Thank you. Thank
Oh,
you
I
for
had a
having me.
little okay, I don't know about banners, but I had a banner that said welcome, Jane.
Oh, you just go over to, well, you don't have,
Oh, here it's the banners.
yeah, go to banners.
Goodness. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
I meant to put Jane the Secret Chair, but that's okay.
okay. You know what? I found out there isn't a Jane the Seeker.
I tried to look for to help you, but um, I didn't find one. I
Yeah,
saw it.
that was just so weird because when I went to pick the name, it said it had already been taken. But then again,
Oh,
it could have been already taken by me
yeah.
because when I was branding my channel, I did one, but I didn't think I did it right. So there are two Jane the Secret Tarots, but I think that's
Yeah.
me.
I've done that before. I think on Facebook. And then
Hello.
we have Lori. Oh, no. We have Blue Deanne with Blue Crescent Tarot. Hi, Deanne. And
Hi.
Jim. Hi, Jim. Showtime. We are. We are going to kick it. Just going to kick it with Jane.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, that smells so good.
I'm glad you can spell it. You get the smell without the allergy.
Television, yeah. I'm kind of. We moved like 6 months ago, so things are still in boxes. I have a lot of angel books, but they're boxed. My tarot cards are the only thing that's out, and my dowsing rods. just
Those
before
things are fantastic.
just before the show, I said, should I said my prayers and everything, and then I said, should I use you? And it didn't answer me. And then I said, is this a free will thing? And it didn't answer me. It answered me when I said, please indicate yes by saying crossing the rods. It did that. I do that every time. Please indicate no. It did that. But when I asked it the question, should I use it today? It didn't move. So I don't think today. Today's about angels, and hopefully my mama can see this. Hi, Mom. Hi. I don't think she'd know how to enter into a chat, but she could see me.
She might be if she's watching on TV too.
Yeah.
You can't really chat, but you can
Oh,
watch.
she wouldn't be doing that. She couldn't. God love her. And my brother is helping her, so they just got a smartphone, so it's like a new world to them. Because when they would text me, they would have to do like one is ABC, so they have to. It took him 20 minutes to text me.
My mom called me the other day, and I was in the kitchen and I didn't have my phone with me because unlike a lot of people, I don't carry my phone around with me. Okay, but so I was in the kitchen. I didn't hear the phone ring, and I get back, and after a while, I look at my phone, and it says, that my mom had called. So I listened to the message, and it's like, "Well, hello, Jane. Uh, Everybody's been asking about you and asking if you have called me or have heard from me recently. So just want to know how you're doing. And if you can, give me a call. Oh, this is your mother." And then, because Lisa, my sister in law, who was on with me this morning, Lisa got her a smartphone, like an iPhone.
Oh,
And I heard her. She sat there for 3 minutes trying to hang up the phone, and she's like, "Oh gosh, darn it! What in the just?" And I'm like,
I love
"Oh,
it. Setting up their voicemail, you can hear when you leave a voicemail. They've got the old fashioned voicemail that actually is a cassette thing, and you can hear them say, okay, now push star. No, push this. It's so cute. So,
oh." I
so,
hope that I'm that cute when in 10 years.
oh, she's adorable. She is adorable, and I'm sure everybody knows Jane the Seeker.
No, not everybody.
Well, for people that I think they do that's in here, but for
Hey,
people who come
Sharon.
later, welcome to Lori Translate, and we're welcoming Jane the Seeker Tarot, and she is a whiz with tarot, although I didn't know that because I watched her with angel cards. She's really good with angels, and she's so compassionate. What caused you to go from tarot to angels?
I'm gonna be honest and say hello, Pamela and Tangi, and look at everybody. Okay. I'm going to go. It went the other way around, really, basically.
Oh,
Well, kind of. Long story, but yes. Okay, in my early 20s, I started doing astrology charts and started doing tarot. And it has been through this process that I've actually come back to center, and realized that all of those scary people that were around my bed when I was trying to sleep at night, and I would be scared to death, and they were saying it's okay, whatever, I forget what they were. I thought that they were telling me that they were doctors and nurses, and they were going to perform surgery on me. Okay.
Yes.
What I have come to believe is that what they were telling me was that I was going to have many surgeries throughout my life, and that they would be there with me through everything.
Oh. But as a kid, you were scared.
Yeah, and I wasn't supported.
Right.
I wasn't supported at all in my seeing of people and angels and knowing things and just being that. And so it was really pretty rough, but figured it out.
Yeah. And here you are.
And here I am.
So you started a YouTube channel, and it went like gangbusters. Just people subscribe left and right.
Well,
You got up way early because you were shy.
yes. Well, what I did was every single morning I pulled the angels anyway. This is what I do in my life. And
okay.
yeah, it's just what I do. And I was like, and so I was like, I want to start a tarot channel or a YouTube channel. And my sister-in-law and I had been talking about it for a couple of years, and I kind of got tired of waiting for her. And I was like, what if I did a couple of recorded ones, and those were like, I am like so stiff, and you do this, and I was just like, my lips were, and I was like trembling, and I was scared. So finally one day I'm just like, oh, forget all of this, I'm going live, and just doing it, going live. I think people get me, and they get the angel, like they understand me, I don't get all nervous and upset, or
Yeah.
I don't
just inviting people into your home through, just to do what you always do.
Yeah, I just felt like I do this every morning anyway. Why not share it?
Yeah.
Why not teach people about the angels and about talking to your angels and getting to know your angels? And a lot of people have guides. And I believe that guides are, I guess people do have like true guides. My guides are angels, and I do know that I have a team of guides, and going live is so much easier, Sharon. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Blue.
Welcome, Sharon. And welcome, Pam. I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask a couple questions.
Okay.
Because I'm curious. first of all, are there any bad angels? Because when I call in my angels, I say all the good angels with high vibrations. Because I have that one thought in my mind that there used to be, or still is, one really bad fallen angel. So,
Right. Well, I think that's like one of the things where I just call in those of high vibrational being, the high vibration. I guess it's, what is it, Loki and is that who it is that was the fallen? Who were the two fallen
oh,
angels?
oh, I had that down. Let's see if I have it in my notes. There were two angels named in the Bible, I think.
Well, Metatron and Sandalphon are, oh, Lucifer. Lucifer. Okay, Lucifer was a fallen angel. Yes. Um,
I have that somewhere.
don't worry
I'm
about it.
not crying. For everybody, I have allergies, but yeah. So we call in all the angels with high vibrations. And what's the difference between an archangel and a regular angel? Or is that how you say it?
To my knowing, there is a hierarchy among angels. So there's the angels that are way up those there. There's angels that are even above archangels. But
Oh,
all of the archangels, you will notice that they end in EL, which means of God.
oh, Michael,
Gabriel,
Bill.
Shamiel, all of the Raphael. So EL means of God. Now, Sandalphon and Metatron walked the earth and then did such a good job on earth that they got to become angels. I mean, you can be an ascended master. You can achieve bodhisattva, or however you say that, um, and be a look over the planet and take care of things on the other side. You don't have to keep coming down
Right.
when you finally ascend, when you've worked through everything, or when
Oh,
you.
that's fascinating. I need to unbox those and read those again because I don't remember. I don't remember anything. My memory's getting lost. Um, so, can you imagine what it would be like to be an angel? I watch a lot of near-death experience videos, and it's just amazing to me. Like, um, they feel that they were angels by their side and they saw a tunnel and then they were reunited. Can you imagine being reunited with past loved ones? It's just so beautiful. So,
No, I can't. I have done past life regressions.
oh, really?
Yes, and in one past, I was like, I am determined. I was like so determined because I wanted to find out, why am I a pain warrior? Why was I put in? Why did I say, give me a crooked body and give me pain all the time and make me just feel
Yeah.
like I'm really weird, right? And so I wanted to know why I had so much pain in my back. And so I did a past life regression with this hypnotherapist that I really trust. And I ended up going back to pre-birth.
Wow.
And yeah,
You
it was,
did this by yourself?
no, it was in a guided meditation.
Okay.
She didn't tell me where I was going. You
Yeah.
go where you go. But I remember because I had done a few different meditations, or like I've seen her. She's a therapist a few times, and she would say, "So okay, so now Jane, you do your deep breathing and now you're laying by a lake or a pond or something like that. Well, when she told me that I was laying by the pond, I actually was primordial ooze in the pond.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I didn't see and that's just the way it is. And then she goes, okay, now there's like a gold door. Go to the gold door and open the gold door. So, I mean, there's more to it than all of this. But so I went to the gold door and I was in the cosmos. Seriously.
Wow.
I was just energy, pure energy, flying around, no pain, no nothing, and I was in the cosmos. And I kept saying, "Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful here." And nobody had to talk to each other. Everybody knew everybody, but you didn't. It was all like, you just were doing your own thing and you communicate. You didn't have to like talk, you didn't have to do any of that. And I was floating around and I was having so much fun that I didn't want to come back. But she's like, okay, now come out of that body. Come out. Let's get a move on here. And then I had a life as a guy named Tony. I don't know why these were all men. I had a life as a guy named Tony. And it had to have been back in the 30s or 40s or something like that. And I was wearing like a pinstripe suit and I was on the back of a trolley. Yes.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I was on the back of a trolley and I was just like so happy. I was going to go see my lady, you know? And I had flowers for her and I'm hanging on to the back of the trolley. I jump off the trolley and I go, and she goes, okay, now go to the end of that life. And in that life, I said, I'm in a reclining chair, or I felt like I was in a reclining thing. I said, and my whole family is around me because she takes you through that death process too of that particular life. I'm like, oh, my whole family is here and I can just go and it's okay. Okay.
Wow.
So that was really neat. All right. And so then my next life, so I had the pre-birth life, Tony, and then the next life I was Gerald Fitzpatrick. Were those flowers from moi? um, so I yes, so Gerald Fitzpatrick. I could not pinpoint my where I was, anything like that, but I knew I was in a war. But this incarnation of my spirit in this meat suit of Jane, I didn't, but I was like, this is wrong. This is wrong. I knew that Jerry Fitzpatrick was fighting on the wrong side, according to Jane.
Huh.
But I had to let this life play out the way it did. And Jerry, he knew what he was doing. Or, like this was his fight. And I remember I was in like a foxhole or wherever, and we were doing this, we were having like, there was this battle and there was the one side and there was my side. And somehow one of them snuck up around behind us and shot us all in the back.
Oh my gosh.
And I could see my men crawling and like, and it was just horrible and they were dying. And I was just like, I was like, how can you do that? That's not the way you do war. That's chicken. You're not supposed to do that. That's dirty. That's dirty fighting. And I was so angry, right? And as I'm watching, and then the guy came around to the front of me and shot me right there. And so that life was over. So I feel like that is one of the reasons why I have the back pain and the skeletal issues. I don't know. But it was interesting.
That has got to be exhausting to go through all that.
I find a lot of things exhausting.
You and me both. You and me both. I had a dream that that I was what my pain. I was stabbed in like Egypt times, like it was just a dream, but who knows, it may be real. There's like this king and queen, or high up. They weren't king and queen, but they were high up. And it was like in maybe like 1200 BC, or it was way, way back. And I was a servant, and I told the mistress of the house, the lady of the house, that the man was cheating on her and was going to kill her. Or I wanted to. And he stabbed me and killed me. And he stabbed me right up. I have pelvic issues, and that's where he stabbed me. And that was the dream. I don't know if it's real, but it was crazy. It was so vivid, and it's like I woke up in sweat and crying, and it was really, really real to me. I don't know.
It could have very well been. I would look into that. And my, I don't know what your situation is, or if you have a hypnotherapist around you, but everybody's doing everything on Zoom these days. So I would find one that you trust, and I can give you the woman who did mine. I can give you her name.
Yeah.
She did it a couple times for me. I had a few sessions with her. So hi, Mary. Yeah.
Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot, which is, she's had that name for a little while, but I wonder how it's doing. I've subscribed. Are you doing any videos? And then Mary Thornberry. Hi.
Yeah, Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot has been doing pop-up lives, and I actually was with her the other night. Yeah,
I'm sure I'm subscribed.
Yeah, check your subscriptions, because people get unsubscribed.
I know. Several people I've been looking for, and they've been doing videos, but I've not got notifications. So I don't know. So we've got a few people. All right, thank you for joining us. And Jane, again, is my lovely guest. I could talk to you forever. You're just like, it's so easy to talk to.
Thank you.
You are, and we're both chronic pain warriors. Okay, one thing I wanted to ask you was your prayer. I'm attracted to it because of the ritual nature of it. It's something sacred that you do. But where did you come up with that prayer? It feels so empowering. There's no like subservience like in religion. The old religion. It's just like, I am part of the big I am. I love that.
Yeah, well, I am. That's what I am. I mean, God's name is I am. And, like for people who aren't supposed to say that word, they say the I am or source or whatever. So I just wrote this all on my own, and and I just wanted some I am statements that I could use, in that hopefully people who watch my show, who watch my lives, could also take those things. And if you hear that enough, I am strong, I am confident, I am intuitive, I am one with the divine. You hear all that stuff enough times, you're going to believe it.
Yeah. What I like about it is it's a lot of I ams, because your brain doesn't listen to like, don't, like if you say, don't be unsure of yourself. It's not going to hear the don't. It's going to hear the be unsure of yourself. So you pose it very positive, so that you hear it, and then in the back of your mind every day, it's working on your subconscious. Yeah. So I like that. And then putting your ego, intentionally reminding yourself to take your ego out, which is so hard. But if you can do it, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful experience to just be not Lori, but be just like a vessel.
Exactly.
And it's hard to do. But that second prayer that you say, it says what? Remove.
It says, make me a channel of your peace and wisdom, relieve me of the bondage of self, so that I may see clearly open to your light.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, let there be only truth and understanding, and then thy will be done through me for the highest good of all. So, what was I reading somewhere where people were talking about? Oh, it's out. It went outside my brain, but I was like, "Wow, that's right." It was the way we word things,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm very conscientious of the way that I
Yeah.
I I say things. Like my
Right.
husband is just he has a lack mentality,
Yes.
absolute lack
A lot of
mentality.
people do.
Yeah, and I'm
It's
like, you know
easy
what?
to.
Hmm?
It's easy to. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
you
I
go,
mean,
gosh, I wish I had this. Yeah.
yeah, and so whenever he says to me, "Well, I can't do," da 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 da, I'm like, no, 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 no. Remember, you tell the universe, I have enough. I am enough.
Right. Right.
I am abundant.
I
I
was just
also have another thing that I like to say. I'm sorry, I didn't know that we were going to
no,
go.
go, go, go.
I'm just showing you all of me. All of me.
All of me.
So in 2021, I wrote down my intentions. It wasn't like on New Year's Eve or anything like that, but it was so I all of my intentions I've already done, so those are crossed off the list. But then I wanted to manifest. It says, so what manifest abundance. Now, here's the thing: if you just say, "I want to manifest abundance," well, you can manifest abundance of crappy days. You know what I mean? So you got to be clear in your intentions. So that's why I wrote I want to manifest abundance, abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of kindness, abundance of ideas. Empowering the community is a big one for me. I really want to empower
Yeah.
this community.
Be
Um,
specific.
yeah, so be very specific. I mean, we all know that, but sometimes people are like, yes, I just want to manifest abundance. Well, you really need to be clear on what kind of
Yeah.
abundance you want to manifest.
Right. Visualize it even. Yeah. So, okay. You took, Sharon took 6. Oh, I can put her up here. What am I
Mhm.
doing
Yeah,
here?
you
I
just
can
click on
show
her.
this. Okay. 6 sessions with a hypnotherapist for giving birth. Oh. Oh.
Oh, wow. Only 1 hour
Wow.
with the first one and 2 hours with the second one. They told me if I ever had another baby, that they were going to have to induce me 3 weeks early because I would never make it to the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
My doctor
Scary.
told me, he goes, Jane, no one has ever woken up 7 centimeters. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine.
Jeez.
I woke up transitioning, barely made it to the hospital.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, that wasn't me. I went almost 47 hours before they cut me open. They said that sucker ain't coming out. We're going in to get her.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you.
I
That's so sweet.
am. I hope you're saying ours.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yes, hours. Yes.
Yes, you do empower people, Jane. I think more than you know. Mary Thornberry says that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I believe
Yeah.
so too.
I really love it. And it's real. What's really fun is to say the prayers and then to pull the angels. And it's not like a gimmick. It's not trying to
Right.
get people to stay and watch me for a longer period of time or anything like that. It's what I do. And I'm going to do what I do. I say the prayers, I pull the angels. And even in my description box, it says, and if we have, in time allowing, we will do heart centered readings, you know?
Right.
So, so I've always been just about the angels, but I do enjoy helping people
Yeah.
figure
Well, I
things.
was watching your videos, rewatching some videos to kind of prep me for this talk. And so last night, I went to bed and I thought, I can't get her voice out of my head. And so, so I put the earphones back on and listened to you some more. Needless to say, I wrote down a whole bunch of the stuff and I didn't go to bed till like 6 a.m. But
What did you write down?
now it's, well, just about the questions I ask you.
Oh, okay. I thought those were like, like maybe these were things that came up for you, like, oh, I should
Well,
think about this in my life. But no, it was questions to ask me.
yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of that, which I hate that when it comes at night because then I'm up all night. So, yeah, I tried cannabis for my pain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I can do cannabis.
You have to do teeny tiny little bits.
Well, I can.
It's called microdosing.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
like
would like to do mushrooms. I would like to do that, but I don't
They-
have any. How am I going to get it? But first of all, we wasted money on the actual flour and how to sift it and put it in a vape thing. My lungs collapsed when I was 5, so I couldn't smoke it. I just could not smoke it. So then we went to a little. It's like
a dispensary.
yeah. Oh yeah. We went to the dispensary for all of it, but which is a lot more expensive. But at least you know you're getting safe stuff. But I forget what you call it. I put it in tea, and that really didn't work. And then they have this oil that I guess people use it put it on a ball. I don't know, and smoke it. But it's just like a grain of rice, and you just put it on your tongue. And oh my gosh, well that helped, but I was out of commission. And it was like pure THC, and also my husband takes care of me because I need taken care of. But if you get it on your skin, you've been dosed, people. It's very sticky. And my husband, it was so hilarious. He got high accidentally, and I just laughed and laughed. And he said, am I going to die? I said, no, you're not. You're just tripping. So, but okay. So I don't know why I put that in there, but so that took a lot of money and it didn't work. So, but we had a lot of laughs out of it.
You've been dosed, yeah, Dan.
See. Yes, he's been dosed. He was saying that we were watching the TV and the newsman was like coming out of the TV. And
Where'd
My
you get
God.
that? You take some of the.
it was very strong, but we don't do that anymore. So that's why I'm kind of hunched over and my hair isn't pretty. And I didn't get my shirt ironed, but I like it.
It's fine.
Okay.
We just do what we got to do because we both, yeah.
I know, just as long as I made it here and I'm somewhat presentable and our audio and visual can work,
That's all that matters.
Okay, here's some things I wrote down.
Okay.
You see auras. Can you see auras? I've tried.
No, that is something that I'm working on. And it's so funny that you said that, because I was just right before you said that. Medium Kim had done an aura. She had done an aura reading for me, and she said that my aura was pink, purple, and gold.
Ooh. Isn't gold kind of unusual? I mean, rare?
I don't have any clue. I didn't look it up. Yeah, isn't her hair pretty? Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to it's halfway down my back. I'm going to, it's been a year. I need it cut. Thank you.
Me too. I'm going to go up to here.
My
mom is
mom.
going to be all curly because I have really curly hair. And right now my hair is like down to here. And so it's just all weighed down. So it's going to spring up.
My mom's hair, she hasn't had a cut in a while, and it's past her shoulders now. And she had it in a little ponytail the other day. It was so cute. I told her, you need pigtails. She said, and what she said, she's so funny. She said, well, if I could find a pig, I would do it. But I said, now, this is what you need to do. You need to type in on YouTube. I told her what the symbol for YouTube was, and type in what to type in, and you can see this friend of mine that sees angels and does angel cards. And she's, I have to do. So hopefully, hi mom. Hopefully she's watching. Okay. Strawberry Rhubarb says, I have to stay away from MJ, smoke, or oil. I go to, you go on a trip once? A trip or a trip? I went into the ether and was experiencing, oh my gosh, the past, present, and future all at once. I hear it happens all at once anyway.
Well, you know what? I have to say that when I was up in the universe in that one past life, what I heard, because I got messages, I heard that we are everywhere and nowhere at the same time, that we are everyone and no one at the same time. You're right there, Sharon. Hey, Deb. Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to put a banner, but I can't get it. Okay. Purple Elephant, hello. Welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh, you were that way for 3.5 hours. Now that I could not do. I don't know.
Oh.
But in my pre-life experience, yeah, when I heard that message, it was just like we are significant, but we are so insignificant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. What else did I write down? What else in my crazy middle of the night? I don't know. I think I covered a lot. You said you were into astrology.
I was. I used to do people's charts, and I was very into astrology for a while. And I had forgotten about it. Like I used to do astrology and tarot, and then I got married and had kids and all of that. And it was just recently I was like, I know that I used to study tarot. And my friend was going to spend $10,000 on learning how to do I'm sorry, not tarot, astrology. And I'm like, no, do not do that. So I went in this closet, because you say you moved 6 months ago or whatever. Okay, I moved 4 years ago, and I still have boxes. So I went through my boxes because I'm looking, and I found a bunch of old decks, tarot decks, and I found a bunch of my astrology books, and I found astrology charts that I was making for people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I've had that John Ballantyre on twice, and I've talked to him a couple times. And he said he really discouraged me into learning it because he said nobody does it right.
Well, he doesn't think anybody does anything right.
No, he said he's the only one. He was taught by a very good teacher who's long since died, and he's the only one that does it right. And he actually talked me into not learning it. And I thought, why did he do that? And so it's funny that you mentioned keyword cards before. I don't want to say forte, but I usually, because I'm kind of scared to go live, I do walkthroughs of videos. And I've got a few keyword that I've ordered, and I'm going to do a keyword comparison on the decks. But the reason I started it is because a lot of people were doing tarot with astrology and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know anything. So some of these decks have the sun card, the sun sign,
The astrological sign
yes,
to the card.
and the planets and all that, and then it has numerology. Some of them are really nice.
I was
then they have the reversed meanings, which I never did. I thought if the spirits can't tell me in 78 cards,
right,
upright. But then I thought, you need to learn it. So I thought that would be a good way to learn reverse cards.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing a lot of reversals. I don't like to do reversals on my lives in the morning, but I love doing reversals because I'm working on my shadow side.
Yeah.
And when I do my political reads that I do, I definitely, that's where I use the tarot of opposition, and it, and so it's really, the tarot of opposition for political reads is just fabulous. If that's something that
I need to get that.
Yeah,
I need to get it for myself.
Yeah, and I like it. Oh yeah, you feel like some of your parallel lives are bleeding. I'm going missing. I've repaired some yesterday. Oh wow, with duct tape.
Oh my gosh. So yeah.
Deb too.
Have you heard of Dolores Cannon?
Oh yeah.
She's passed away, but she was saying that the earth is splitting, and the interviewer was saying, you mean not physically? And she said, yes, the earth is splitting into two. So she's fascinating, her YouTube stuff.
She is. I as far as reading reversals too, Deb, like I have found that I have made an agreement with my decks that they can show me the exact same information in an upright card that they can in a reversal card.
Yeah.
And it just makes it easier when you're doing a quick 3 card, you're trying to jam through like a bunch, when you've got 10 or 14 people who want a little mini.
But 2, you can read a card that's upright intuitively as the opposite or a reversal. Like if you see a Fool card and you say, you might not think, I don't think this person should jump into it. I think he should exercise caution. So you can read a reversal without being reversed,
Exactly. Also the cards that are around that particular card.
Right.
You can look and see, how is it aspected? So let's say you get the King of Pentacles. You think King of Pentacles, entrepreneur, he makes his money, he knows what he's doing, blah, 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 blah. But the King of Pentacles, like if you get the Devil if you get bad cards around that King of Pentacles,
right.
Even with that King of Pentacles not being reversed, it can mean that King of Pentacles is making his money in a shady way.
Yeah. Yeah.
type
So
of
it all
thing.
depends. So you can read it that way too. I will say though that when I said, okay, I'm going to allow myself to get reversals, it was freeing a little bit because I didn't have to pay close attention to making sure they were all in the upright. You know, if I dropped a card, I'd put it back and I wouldn't care where it was, coming from. But I dipped my feet into reversals. Yeah, Sharon feels reversals intuitively. Yeah.
Yeah, intuitively. Yeah, absolutely.
Parallel universes. Wow. That's a heavy thing.
Yeah, I'm into it. Like Pamela had mentioned quantum. Yeah, I really enjoy quantum physics and things like
Yes.
that. It just any of the quantum just means studying the unknown, really, basically, right? Kind of ish. But I loved that movie. What the bleep do we know? Have you watched that?
What's it called?
What the bleep do we know?
Oh, what's it on?
I don't know if it's on anything right now. You might have to pay $2.99 from Amazon Prime or something, or something. But it's a really good. The the part about the quantum physics in it that really intrigued me was people were in a laboratory and they had like these three atoms that are all bouncing around. They got these three atoms that are bouncing around. Yeah, you love that movie. And all of a sudden, there's only two atoms bouncing around. And they're like, well, where'd that other one go? And then all of a sudden, there's three bouncing around again. So somebody somewhere else only had two atoms bouncing around. And now all of a sudden, they got three. And they're like, why do I
Yeah.
got two? And so things can just,
Yeah, and I don't know if
particles. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm really. Do you know anything about CERN? CERN is the biggest quantum collider. It's in Switzerland, and on I think it was the 5th, July 5th, they did a test, and they put particles that ran like 1,000,000 miles an hour into each other. But they were really tiny particles. People were saying, "Oh, it's the end of the world."
I do remember that. Yeah. People were wondering what was going to happen because could it cause like a
black hole or something.
Yeah.
So Sharon, she loves that movie. I wrote it down.
Yeah, and in one part, I won't tell you the whole thing because I know you're going to watch it. But it was like and this is how our words matter. It really explains how our words matter because what was his name? This a Japanese, I believe he was Japanese, physicist and photographer, something like that. And what they did was they had water, and they all would like walk by the one water and go, "Ah, you're ugly, you're horrible, you taste terrible, you're disgusting, I hate you," things like that. And then there was another water container of water, and they would walk by it and they would go, "I love you, you are wonderful and fabulous, and you are magnificent, and you just said all these pleasant things." And then they froze the water, and you know how every snowflake is different, right?
Yeah.
So all the snowflakes of the water that was loved made the most beautiful snowflakes,
right?
And all the water that was said negative things to, they didn't. It was like, eh.
Yeah,
they didn't know.
It's a guy named Emoto, which is an interesting name, Emoticon. Emoto, and it was fascinating. There's some documentary on there about water and just like
the same guy.
Huh? Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same guy. And it's just like plants. Like they did an experiment. They talked about it to plants, one plant, and they loved another plant. And I just think so many people are missing these tiny these tiny amazing things about nature and how we are a part of it, and how, like you said, words matter and intentions matter. So yeah, and they were playing like really bad keys to water. Not really, it wasn't rock music, but it was just like hard on the ears, and they would come out really ugly. These freezing water things, and they, just different. It was interesting how different vibrations affected the water.
But that's all that water knew, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why we could, so we only know what we know. And his book is wonderful. I bet so. And after I get my machine and I can start sleeping at night and I can stay awake and read a book, I'm going to start reading a whole bunch of stuff that I need to catch up on. So, because right now I can't read. I find myself reading the same line over and
I
over.
know, I do that too. Why is that?
I think it's the pain, the lack of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot of that. And since
Yeah.
we have the same thing, so yeah.
Tangi said she always says thank you to her water. And when I was a kid, people thought I was really weird, and I was. But I would bump into a tree and I would say I'm sorry. Most of it was poor self-image, but things I treated as people, as living things. And I'm only realizing that back then I was more in touch with the natural surroundings than I am now. I was smarter in many ways, as a kid.
That's interesting that you say that, because I think it might have been you, and I could be wrong. But I remember when you were doing the dowsing rods and you were thinking of questions, and your question was, are trees alive?
Yes.
So, right? So was that you?
Yes.
Okay. That was the wrong question.
It hesitated for a minute.
Well, because trees are alive. The question would be, are trees sentient beings?
Yeah, you got to ask the right question.
Because we know trees are alive.
Right.
So what you really wanted to know was, does it have a soul? Is it a sentient
exactly right.
being?
Yeah. And it said yes eventually, but it was kind of hesitating. But I go on TikTok too, because I thought I don't want to be missing out, but I don't care about followers or anything. But I saw there's you get a string of fads, and I guess it's real. It's not fad, but if you stand by a tree, there's a ton of videos on this now. If you stand by a tree with the branch and the leaves, it's summer, and you say, "Tree, will you touch me?" And it took a few seconds, and the tree reached out and touched her shoulder. And I thought, it's a coincidence, or somebody's up in the tree, or they've got a string. There were hundreds of videos. And she said, this one lady said, look around. There is nobody in the trees. There is nobody around me. Watch this. And she said it. Can you believe that?
I'm going to try it.
I know.
Somebody told me, because I like to hug trees, or I at least put my hand on a tree, for energy. And somebody said, Jane, you should ask the tree first.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that. I'm just like all up in their grill. I'm like touching you, and maybe that tree doesn't want to be touched today. So now I have to rethink that whole thing.
Oh my goodness. The Gaia tree, she's happy.
Yeah, that's why in my house that I have now, my only real thing that I wanted in the house was I had to see trees out of every single window.
Really?
And we have trees. We see trees out of every single window.
in our in our house that we used to have. It was built for us, and I had windows all along the dining room and the living room, and then skylights. It was so beautiful. But I digress. Let's see.
No,
Mary
what?
has lots of trees. Wait a minute, I missed it. My fingers are wet. Oh. She always talks to her trees, and yes, we're of like mind.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine wanted to know. This is how I got back into. Oh, hey, Gerald. Um, a friend of mine wanted to know how she could get the best out of her property. She was asking for a lot from her property, and so I'm like, she's like, can you do an astrology chart on me and my house? And I'm like, well, do you know when your house was built? You know, we kind of have to have like a date. Turns out she lives in a manufactured home on like 5 acres, but it's a beautiful home, you know. But it has a name and it had a date that it was built. And so, but it didn't have birth time, but that's okay. You just use 12 noon. And because what she
Well, that's
wanted,
interesting. That is
yeah,
really interesting. Hi, Gerald.
so she wanted to know, she wanted to do this chart because she wanted to respect her land because she was asking for a lot from her land.
You know that is beautiful, because we went to, when they were building our house, we went to it when it was just nothing. I could have done that. Maybe we'd still have a house. No, but if we held on to the house, we would have, this market is crazy, has been. We would have, our value would have increased by 100,000. No joke. But I'm happy and abundant in this lovely home we rent. No, I truly am. It's not a big deal.
I know the house that we sold in California. We sold it to this lovely family, and I was like, "Oh, they're going to raise their family here, just like I raised my family here. This is beautiful." They turned around and sold that place in 2 years, and in 2 years, they made over $65,000 on the house.
Wow, that's crazy. We're saving to buy our final home. I don't want to move anymore, but yeah, we want it senior citizen friendly. With the washer and dryer on the first floor.
Oh yeah. I keep telling my husband, like, we bought this house because I knew our kids were going to live with us for a little while, even though they are in their mid to late 20s. But we wanted to give them a chance to live with us and save up some money. And then the pandemic hit and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. But so I bought this like bigger house than we need. And I just can't wait. I'm like, I love this house. But as soon as they're done, like the kids move out and buy their own house, I want a smaller, I want a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-level house. Right now we've got a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, split level.
Yeah. My deal breaker is a washer and dryer on the first floor. Lord help me. And I really want a garage that's attached.
Oh yeah, we have that.
I used to volunteer, and I probably will go back to, I used to volunteer at the hospital, and it was really neat to go into the garage and take off my clothes. My shoes that have walked the floors of the hospital. I didn't go in the house with the shoes or the smock or anything, because I didn't want to travel all that in there. So I like that. But so I'm very specific in my manifesting.
Good. I'm glad you had a good meeting, Gerald.
We were gonna do readings. My mother asked if you could pick a card for her. an
Oh, she
angel.
was like an angel, right?
Yeah. Me and my mom used to go every year to psychic conventions,
Uh-huh.
and that came to town. That was our favorite pastime.
Well, I'm going to go to my archangel,
Okay. This is for
um,
you, Mama.
Diana Cooper's archangels, because I pulled from my other. I don't want. I want to work with a full deck today, and
Lord, we need you with the full deck, Jane.
so I don't. I'm not using the decks that I pulled from this morning.
What do you think about while you're thinking? What do you think about synchronicity and those things that are those not powerful?
I'm all about it.
Just like mentioning John again, he's like so ho hum about that. I said, but doesn't that just make you just in awe of those synchronicities? Yeah.
You know,
Him.
any of you out there that have not watched, what's his name?
John Ballantree.
Watch Lori's interview with John Ballantree. I think Tarot Stash was watching her. Yeah, 2 cards short of a deck. Wayne Rich.
He's a really good teacher, and he's a diehard teacher, and I call him a tarot purist because.
Oh, remove the comment, she says.
Oh, sorry.
I do that all the time. Hashtag remove the comment. Just click on it. You'll go up and it'll say hide the comment.
Yeah. I forget where it's at. We'll do another one. And then we'll hide that one.
You could star that one.
We put our washer and dryer on the floor where all the bedrooms are. Oh, yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Yes.
You got a jumper for your mom. Interestingly, how we were talking about Sandalphon and Metatron as being, I forget who they were in the Bible, but they were in the Bible. Enoch.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce the name? And I forget who the other one was. Anyway, so we got Archangel Sandalphon. Tune into your divine potential and bring the world into harmony.
Oh, Mama, your divine potential. Tune into your divine potential.
And bring the world into harmony. And I always take the bottom. Oh, and I love this. Oh, whenever Mother Mary shows up, it just makes my day. So we got Archangel Mary. Open your heart with compassion and enfold others in love. So I think those are 2 very great angel messages for your mom. Yeah. I mean, look, I almost see this. She's got the baby, and we want to assume that's the baby Jesus, because it's Mother Mary. But it also can be. It can also be our inner child, right?
Right.
This could be our inner child. This could be, so.
I don't know how to do this. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. So I look at this as not being a baby per se. I think of these things whenever I see the angels holding a child, that we are all children of the divine, and that we need to nurture our own inner child. We need to remember that spark of the divine that if that's what you believe. I mean, and it's open your heart with compassion and enfold others in love. So, it's just, the messages are just to love, just love. Love is all you need.
My mom is I get my sense of humor from her. I know what I was doing last night too. I was looking up songs that had the word Jane in them, or a Jane song.
Oh, there's tons.
Oh my gosh. The oldest one was Jefferson not the oldest, but Jefferson.
You're playing a game.
That was a horrible song. It's like, because I like to sing at the beginning. I was going to sing that. I thought, I can't sing those lyrics. They aren't positive. So I was looking
Sweet Jane. Like, as a matter of fact, many of my friends call me Sweet Jane, although I am not that sweet. But my friends do call me Sweet Jane.
Okay, Tangi wants a card, and Sharon wants a card.
Do you want tarot or angels?
Drag and drop. Let me see if I can try that again. Drag and drop.
Drag and drop. So what you would do? So now, pick the picture of me and just pull it over where you are. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't have a.
See. You learned, yay!
I learned something. I like that.
And now you make me big.
I am big and you.
You and big and you. The pressure's on.
So I starred.
Thank you. Tarot, please. Now, I thought because we were keeping it light that I brought down my Kauai tarot deck, but I want to go to the Sawyer's Path.
Use your intuition, girl.
I love the Sawyer's Path. So let's see. Just a general, huh? Just a. All right. Let's see here.
You've done a lot with Gerald.
Huh?
You've done a lot with Gerald, haven't you? Hair stash, and my allergies are just getting the best of me.
I'm so sorry.
I just cry, that's all. Tuesdays with Tarot Stash.
Yeah.
Gerald is awesome.
Yeah, I love Gerald. This community has been so wonderful, you know.
He taught me the phrase holding space for someone. I've never heard that before.
You haven't?
No, of course I'm like unplugged from life. I haven't had a job in a while. So, but no, I've never heard of holding space. It was so beautiful the way he put it.
All right. Angie. Cards keep flipping. I love these decks. It looks like you got a lot of messages coming in real quick and fast, but let me see something here. Tuesdays with Tarot Stash, exclusively on Jane the Secret Tarot.
Oh, it's like, okay, yeah.
It is exclusively. The Tuesdays with Tarot Stash. All right. So, Tangi. We don't, all right. There you go. Empress right out of the gate.
Ooh, mama vibes. Sip.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna say, here you are. The card, the signifier is the Empress.
Oh.
And what's crossing it is making a decision. Okay. So there is making a decision. And the underneath the foundation, underneath is the world. So it's a beginning, it's an ending. It's a beginning, it's an ending. And in the recent past, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the, Ten of Pentacles, it's the family dynasty. I don't know what's gone on in there in the past, but what is crowning you? And I only look, when I do a Celtic cross, I'll just look at certain cards because you don't need to read the whole thing. You can kind of see it. But you got, crowning you is some slow moving money. So I don't know what's going on there. What's coming up for you is making those foundations really strong. The Emperor rules, but this is you. You're collecting all of these things. What I like about this deck, this doesn't, yes, it's the Ten of Wands. You would think it's overburdened, but it's also the collection of things. And what I love about these cards is it's like you're collecting all these crystals and all these wonderful things. It's not really a burden when you're collecting things that you love, right? And how other people see you is the Queen of Pentacles. And I call these thought bubbles. I know they're not thought bubbles, but but some of these have something in their mind and some of these don't. And to me, this means she's had to climb a lot of mountains and be in the clouds a lot and trust in order to become that queen.
Oh,
And yeah, and then we got the page of pentacles and oh no, I'm sorry, wands. And I listened to what John said, how pages turn into queens and knights
uh-huh.
turn into kings.
Yep.
So this is that really creative energy that's coming in, that you are becoming the you are right now the page of wands. You are that fire, and you are becoming the queen. What's on the bottom? Yeah, okay, this would go with the, so on the bottom is death, so big change, which would go with our world card down here as your foundation. So if there is something, some sort of decision that you're trying to make, you got the emperor and the empress. The overall message from the angels. Bye, Pamela. Oh, I thought Pamela was leaving. I see people saying
She
bye,
did.
Pamela. Is she leaving? Um, but the overall message from the angels, I think, is really funny. It's the Hierophant. Um, so this is the overall message. So just remember, like, you're tapping into that energy, or you can just dip out of that energy too. But you started a new creative adventure, animation. I love your videos that you have been.
I know.
Those are so much
I
fun.
don't know how she does it.
I asked Ben, and
Oh,
Ben's,
I'm
you know,
sorry, Pam.
yeah, she's not leaving.
She's
She's not
not.
leaving.
How could she leave
Oh,
this?
and that's your card. Okay, there you go. So the overall message is from the angel is that, so there it's showing that this is you, and just remember to go inside so that you can shine brightly for like you do, like you do. Yeah. So I
That's
just
a
think,
great read.
yeah. So that's, like, you can do a Celtic cross really quick, but when I get the death and the um the world card, that's just big change coming, and
Change.
yeah, that creative energy, it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah. See,
Okay.
this is what you are.
Um,
You are making these videos, and you are shining such a big
she
light.
is
You are
awesome.
making so many people happy
Yeah.
with your videos. They make me happy in my heart. The last one was so good. I loved the birdcage one. I loved the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But with the three of you and the
Uh,
show,
that
oh my
was
God,
hilarious.
it was so funny. I loved it.
Okay, Sharon is next, and we are gonna just, if it's okay, Jane, I'm just gonna take Sharon, and I think one more because I'm
And
her.
then,
We've gone over an hour, and I need to kind of lay down. If
yeah,
that's
we're pain warriors here, and
okay.
both of us. And so yeah, I get it. Okay.
So next is Strawberry Rhubarb. She has got what, 30 dragonflies in front of her now.
Nice.
They're kind of scary to me, dragonflies.
No. Okay. You got a flipper, Sharon. And your flipper is the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I love that card.
So, and I didn't go, so you've got some big changes coming. And I love this card. There's a lot of books. So it's like, read the books and get all the wisdom and knowledge so that you can make the right decisions in your wheel of life there, right? Um, and they're flying books. The books are in the cloud. Maybe you're reading those books to get the wisdom, and then out came the Queen of Swords.
Ooh.
So, just remember to be to stand in your truth, speak your truth, show up as authentically you. This has been the message for like the last week. And I know you do, Sharon, but if you show up anything, any way other than who you are and what you are, you won't attract the right people. Because then you will have to continue to put on that. Oh, there you go.
That she's writing a book that will probably change her life.
I love it. I love it.
Great. Oh, I
Yeah.
was behind a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. You're writing the book. Oh, are you going to tell the truth of your story? Is that what you're writing?
Ooh. That's a perfect card for what she just said.
Yeah. And Wheel of Fortune. So looks good.
Yeah. I only had 2 people start. And you know what? I really put you through the ringer with questions.
You are speaking the truth. Yes. That's what I see. All those books and then the truth. I love that confirmation.
Jane, I put you through the ringer with lots of questions. So I want to thank you for hanging in there with me, because I kind of like to do that. And then next time we'll use our hour to do readings together.
There you go.
Is that okay?
Sounds like fun to me.
Okay, I'm gonna lay down.
Go lay down.
Take
I'm
some
gonna lay down too. Take some what?
Thank you everyone for coming. It's so fun. You're so fun, Jane. I love it.
And you're fun.
Hopefully my mama showed up, and we'll go now. And I think, yeah, good luck on that book. I can't wait. Thank you, Gerald and Purple Elephant and Tange, all of you, Pamela. So thank you very much. And anybody that wants to come on my channel next is fine. I don't think I've had Gerald. Gerald's had me, but I haven't had him.
Oh, well, you got to do that then, because he's fun to have on. That's for sure.
He's fun anyway, isn't he?
I have a hard time having people on my channel because I'm on so early in the morning.
No, I'm not an early bird, as you can imagine.
Yes. So,
but,
well, thank you for having me. I appreciate this.
Thank you for coming on and answering all our questions. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.